Hello everyone, get ready for some trending new info in your quest for knowledge. Dear non-Germans, what do you think of Germany? They were harsh on my country and Brazil in the World Cup. Funny, I was living in Colombia at the time. Many Colombians felt that Brazil had kind of cheated in their win over Colombia and took great delight in Germany beating Brazil. Irish fans hate France to this day for the hand of God. That was some epic bullcrap. Like Ireland can't root for England, can't root for France, so they're like cheering on Spain, Italy, and Germany. Yalmfur's got a no-speed limit highway, it's both intriguing and scary. Good on you Germany. You know it's scary when a Porsche drives with 300 km/h next to road work. And if people honking behind him to F off of the left lane. Haha, so true. Do not drive too slow in Germany, people will go nuts. As a Swede, I look at Germany kind of like our bigger cousin who has a dark past but who has now radically bettered themselves to the point that we now look up to them as close friend and even protector. Swedish and German culture also feels very similar. We have the same strict, rule-abiding and moralistic outlook, rooted in a shared Lutheran inheritance. As well as both being somewhat cold and standoffish and valuing logic and efficiency over feelings and emotions. As a German I look at Sweden as a neighbor that is pretty great. In my eyes you are 1 part IKEA, 10 parts European unity and the 89 parts forest. You are great Sweden. When I visited Berlin, I was surprised they use the honor system for transit. You can walk into the U-Bahn without having to go through a barrier. There are controls in the tram. Don't forget that. Like every half a year only, though. Some lovely baked goods. Hell yeah. My wife raved about German bread and pastries. She thought they were better than French and Italian baking. Fun fact, Germany has many more bread varieties than any other country. It's somewhere around 3,000. My wife worked in Germany for 3 years at an English-speaking daycare near Weimar. Her stories have reshaped everything I think about Germany and especially the language. Popular media makes German sound angry and harsh. When someone you love speaks German it sounds warm and comforting. My perspective is that Germany really has its crap together. We still have problems. As just the topics of the last week, lobbyism, missing respect for journalists, Nazis, conspiracy idiots and the prices are too high to properly live, for example in Berlin. One of the first labs I worked in I had a German boss. I'll never forget the way he would skip over wide swaths of details saying and blah, blah. That's right, only 2 blahs. So I asked a coworker why Dr. Bossman would only say 2 blahs and he replied, because it's more efficient. So ever since then I've thought of Germans as very efficient. Honestly that's both the most and least German thing ever. Pretzels. I wake up every morning in a bed that's too small, drive my daughter to a school that's too expensive, and then I go to work to a job for which I get paid too little, but on pretzel day? Well, I like pretzel day. I was hoping someone would do this. Take my gold. Lived there about a year. Bavaria from US. You all know how to drive. You all know how to do bike trails. You know how to do beer and wine affordably and no open container laws. Southern Germany is beautiful. You all do fresh meat and bread 100% better than the US. Kids are kinder there. True. It's alright, I've been there a lot. I'm from Switzerland, so a lot of field trips were to Germany when I was in school. I'm confused by not Swiss German, but otherwise it's cool. Well, Switzerland is basically the premium ad-free version of Germany. Yeah, overpriced and not worth it. Ooh, wicked burn. I admire Germany for what I've heard about their education on World War II and how they don't hide all of the atrocious things they've done in the past, unlike where I live. I don't know much else, other than your language is a little harsh sounding, but beautiful. As far as I'm aware, Germany is like the only country to teach about the crap they did in World War II. America kind of mentions the internment camps, Japan refuses to apologize for their atrocities, including Nanking. Props to Germany for that. They make for great bad guys in movies. Before I visited Germany my impression of Germany was, well designed yet industrial, most meals are sausage based, the people are stern but fun, like an uncle offering advice over drinking. My impression after visiting was relatively unchanged, but more noodles in food than I anticipated. Doner kebab is some good crap. A German-style doner place just recently opened up downstairs of my apartment and I have been in heaven. Your scale probably as well. Nice currywurst. OMG. Someone who understood the real treasure of German cuisine. Currywurst. The only food that every German loves but no German has ever made at home. If you make it at home it's not currywurst. Die 8 man zur Currybude um die Ecke. I worked with a guy named Yannick who was German. That was really all I knew about him. He worked for our organization, his name was Yannick, and he was German. He was an IT type quiet guy. One day, I had a bag of pistachios that I was eating at my desk. Yannick walked by and was waiting to talk to someone else. I said hello and offered him a pistachio. He said no thanks, he didn't like pistachios. Another data point. My mind immediately began searching for a reason why Yannick wouldn't like pistachios, and I connected it to the only other thing I knew about him: he was German. We all know that Germans love efficiency, and pistachios aren't the most efficient snack. There's a little bit of work involved and sometimes you can't get them to open at all. Yannick, as a German, doesn't like pistachios because they are an inefficient snack. This is now something I assume about all Germans. From my perspective, you've done an admirable job emerging from a very dark period. Also, you guys look pretty organized, which appeals to my type A personality. I would very much like to visit. What would have been your answer or question? Leave it in the comments below. Slap that like and subscribe button for more, and check out the link in the video description for even more answers. Peace out, and catch you in the next video.